have a story about how God has used me and taken me for full circle from a beginning of a ministry to being ministered to. I had previously had 2 abortions, and I did not have anybody to talk to. Nobody talked to me. Nobody prayed with me. Nobody discussed with me what was happening inside of me. So, armed with some notes in my hand about what I had been shown over in Medford is that ministry called Living Alternatives, I went to a Sunday school class and shared that vision that I had that we needed to have a ministry like this in Mounts Pass, and I didn't know what to do. So people stepped up. I remember the first time I ever talked in front of a group, and I was so nervous, and I had this piece of paper in my hand, and I remember the paper was rattling because I was, so scared to do what I was doing and to talk in front of 25 women or something. But that night, somebody came forward and gave us our first $50 check, and somebody else had a typewriter, and somebody else had an old couch. And so after a while, it got to where we had enough money to open a little tiny office. We started a little bit of advertisement and word of mouth, and we started seeing girls come into our office. God was just totally in it at that time, spurring us on, encouraging us with others. I remember sitting in the office one day, and a telephone call came in, and we had been really praying about wanting to do something more in the high schools and stuff, and go in and talk, and it was the health education teacher from the high school inviting us to come to the high school. And that was like we were so blown away at that happening, because it was like we hadn't really pursued it. As the story goes on in the future years, I left Living Alternatives after being the director for about 10 years, and another wonderful woman came on board, and then you came on board, Robin, and that opened up a whole new world into a ministry today that I barely recognize.